Let's talk about the high-speed world of politics with more. We're joined right now by Congressman Robert Garcia out of Long Beach. The Democratic congressman is with us. Are you a Pursuit fan?
I've been watching it here on Fox.
Yeah. Let's start with some news of the day. Obviously, Donald Trump indicted again, this one in Georgia, about what happened with January 6th and the election. There's also the federal indictment about what happened with January 6th and the election. Is it really necessary to do both of these things? Would we be better off with just having a federal case?
Well, look, I think obviously these are different cases and different indictments. I think that you've got to let the legal process play out. It's obviously very serious, and the truth is that we have now 4 different indictments that are moving forward. Obviously, the state case is very different. That's about election interference. Very different from the cases around, obviously, what happened at the Capitol on January 6th, and certainly other issues around the documents. And so these are all very different. They've all got to run their course. The important thing here is that this is a very serious time in our country. We have someone that is the Republican frontrunner for the nomination that has now been indicted multiple times. These are very serious charges. I think there's something close to 90+ counts that are now in front of these different cases. And so I think this is a sober moment for the country, but also a serious one. I think it's a time also for Republican leadership to really think about, is this really the leader of one of our political parties in this country?
Well, and after each indictment, we've seen that Trump gains more momentum. His poll numbers increase. It seems to, rally his crowd and rally his supporters and make that even stronger. So we'll see what this 4th indictment does. It wouldn't be surprising if we see that pattern continue. Okay, well, tomorrow, let's switch gears. Tomorrow marks the 1-year anniversary, if you will, of the Inflation Reduction Act. Obviously, you're touting that act. But, Congressman, if you look at the numbers year to date, this past July versus last July, the average American, I know we have some information to throw up on the screen, is paying about $2 more for the basic staples than they were a year ago, more than $700 more than they were in July of 2021. Yes, the inflation rate has improved, but inflation is still a problem. People who say, I need the relief now, Congressman, what do you say?
Well, I think, first of all, everything you said is right. I think, first, the overall picture has improved. And so I think we should first take credit that the Inflation Reduction Act, the improvements that the Biden administration has made, inflation has dramatically decreased since those highs of the pandemic. We also know that unemployment is at record lows. We know that the job numbers keep going in the right direction. Now, that doesn't mean that there still isn't serious challenges in the economy. They're still being fixed and improved on month to month. And so the overall picture, though, has dramatically improved. And so that a lot of that credit has to go to the president, to the White House, to the right decisions being made around infrastructure investments, around climate investments. But the president and everyone acknowledges that there's more work to do, and those are the issues that are in front of us, in front of the Congress right now. And so I commend the progress, but I understand that people are still feeling the pain. I hear it all the time, but we hope that those numbers will continue to improve.
Real quick, I got to ask you one more thing. You're very close with Vice President Kamala Harris, and there's been a lot made about her and her role. There's been talk about what her role will be going forward in the campaign. There's been a lot of positive things and negative things said about her. What do you think is the biggest misconception about her, and what's really going on with her behind the scenes?
Well, what's going on is that the Biden administration is using her as the incredible asset that she is. I mean, she has been all over the country. I mean, look at the work she's doing in Florida around reproductive rights. Look at the work that she's doing out in Tennessee, standing up for civil rights and for voting rights. She is all across the country, uplifting voters, activating voters, and really doing a great job of being the vice president to the president. They did a great job as running mates in 2020. They're united in 2024. Certainly, there's always going to be white noise in campaigns and detractors, but the Democratic Party is united behind the vice president. She is a historic figure, and we're really proud of the work she's doing. She is the leading voice in America right now on reproductive rights and making sure that women have access to abortion care, access to health care for their bodies and their families. And so we're really proud of the vice president. She, of course, is a Californian.
Right.
We look forward to seeing her on the trail all across the country this fall and next year.
All right, Congressman Robert Garcia, thanks so much for coming on and sharing your views. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
And